Welcome to the Things You Can't Unhear podcast. I'm your host, Maritza Barone. In this show, I will introduce you to ideas, concepts, and mindsets that will open your mind to a new world of well-being and personal life growth. Through eye-opening interviews, we elevate people in the world doing amazing things for humanity and share insights that will shift you to become the happiest, healthiest, kindest, and most compassionate version of you. Oh, hello everyone, and I hope you're doing okay in these confusing and uncertain times that we're all traveling in right now. While I'm navigating the changes here in my own life, I'm finding that the tools I've learned over time from my biggest teachers are those that are coming into play right now, making me find ways to lift my spirits and stay positive. I've been rather quiet the last couple of weeks, just trying to regroup in a full and noisy household, but also lead the mindset of my family as well. And it gets hard, I've got to make sure that they're doing okay too, as well as managing my own mental health. And unanswerable questions come up in my head as a mum, like can the kids use their iPads for endless hours a day? How do us parents still find quiet time to work, but also entertain kids? How do we navigate all being in such close proximity to each other without losing our patience? And these are just the questions about family life. And then it comes to business. What will our industries even look like after this? How will our careers change? How will we be affected? How long do we have to ride this out? What about our contracts? What about our staff? Like, where's the next paycheck coming from? Am I eligible for rebates? I mean, we've got a million questions each that we simply cannot answer right now. And when we don't have the answers or a timeline or any certainty, that's when we begin to feel lost. And when we're lost, what's the best way to deal with it? Well, I know the answer is not on the news. I know it's not on social media. I know it's not your next door neighbor telling you about the headlines. I know the real answer to help you when you are lost is within you. This is the time more than ever that we need to be still, be quiet, and listen to our inner selves. Just allow ourselves to be guided by our intuition and our awareness. And yes, I know this all sounds very spiritual and I can't stand the word woo-woo, but I'm going to use it. Yes, it does sound woo-woo, but it's important that we really allow ourselves the time now to digest the reality of our situation and what it means for us personally. If you have never meditated before, now is the time. If you have never practiced gratitude before, now is the time. If you have never journaled before, now is the time. If you have never stepped out of your comfort zone, now is the time. And if you've never surrendered, now is the time. The time is now to go within. Learn about yourself, your true self, the self that's not labeled by a job or by status. And once this is all over, you can say you used this experience to grow. Our biggest opportunities to grow are when we are in our darkest times. My friend Richie Harkham talks about banking our resilience. In good times, we need to create these practices that allow us tools to use in hard times. These are the hard times. These are the tools. It's never too late to start these practices of self-care, growth, and resilience. I know right now we are all lacking human connection in such a massive way, and we are only right at the beginning of this pandemic in Australia. So over the next few weeks, it's going to get harder before it gets easier and before it gets better. And if you're anything like me, conversation is crucial to my happiness and my health. As Amrit Sandhu says, connection is his medicine, as is it mine. So stay talking to one another, one way or another. Talk, text, FaceTime, Zoom, write, just connect in some way and check in on people who are alone a lot, to the point that you are annoyingly checking in on them. There's so many amazing communities out there creating really wonderful virtual catch-ups, and I know these are not exactly the same as face-to-face contact, but they are the very next best thing and our only opportunity to connect right now. I'm actually hosting a chat myself on Thursday this week that you can get involved in with Conscious Conversations. I'll leave the link in the show notes if you'd like to join us, and it will be held on Thursday the 2nd of April at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. And we'll be sharing and listening to each other's thoughts, their fears, their dreams, their ideas, our hopes, our concerns, and it will be all in a safe and open space to share. With these conscious conversations, we want to deal with the loneliness that people are experiencing and provide a time to come together and be truly vulnerable. I know I need it, and I'm just craving it so much right now. Something positive that I've seen come out of these times is that people are starting to be more open about how they're feeling, as ultimately we're all in the same boat for the first time in our lifetime. No one is immune to this uncertainty, and not one person is unaffected. There is such beauty in knowing that we are all actually in this together. So if I can just leave you with some advice right now from my heart to yours, I'd say make space for the new. Spend this time strengthening relationships that you have. Being kind, being still. Breathe. Think positively. Look inward. Be present. Find the joy in now. Let go of what you can't control. Be grateful for the lesson. Rest, recover, and reflect. Take these lessons into your life when it's all over and plant new seeds to live a happier, healthier existence. Wishing you all love, health, safety, and connection within yourself and others around you. I hope to see you in the Conscious Conversations Zoom meetup this Thursday. We'll do it again if you can't make it this week, but you can find out more online at consciousconversations.live. As always, my friends, be happy, be healthy, be conscious, and be kind. I'm Maritza Barone. Thank you for listening to the Things You Can't Unhear podcast. I'd love to keep the conversation going. Let us know what you thought of this episode, and if something really profound came up for you that you want to share, let's talk about it. You can find me on Instagram at Things You Can't Unhear or on my personal page at Maritza_Barone. And if someone you know will benefit from something that was said in this show, make sure you share it with them too. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and keep up to date with what's next. And if you can spare a few seconds, please rate and review the show on iTunes, just so other people can find us more easily and quickly. And as always, my friends, be happy, be healthy, be conscious, and be kind.